I'm very happy to have with me this morning Mr. Fred O'Neal, a man who is the founder of the American Negro Theater. He has appeared on the legitimate stage, has played in movies, in television plays, and currently is seen regularly on the TV series Car 54, Where Are You? And it's a real privilege for me to get to talk with Mr. Fred O'Neal, who is currently a visiting professor in the Department of Theater at Southern Illinois University. How are you today, Mr. O'Neal?
Fine.
How long have you been now with Southern Illinois University?
Well, I've been here since the beginning of this quarter.
Mm-hmm.
It was about the middle of September.
Mm-hmm. Are you teaching? Have you been teaching?
Well, yes. One of my duties, of course, is the 10-week seminar that we are having on theater arts.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I'm doing 3 or 4 public lectures. And then I was in the play that we had here in October, Marseilles.
So they're really putting you to work, huh?
Yes, but I'm enjoying it.
What part did you do in Marseilles?
I did the part of Cesar, the barkeeper, the bar owner, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very interesting experience.
How did you feel? Did you feel confident that the play went over
yes,
very well?
Yes, indeed. As a matter of fact, we selected that particular play because we thought it was somewhat challenging. And it's not a great play, but it requires playing to the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought it would be a challenge for the students, and they came through beautifully.
Well, there's nothing like a good feeling of knowing you've done a job well. I didn't get to see it myself, but from all the reports I had, it was done very well. So they've put you to acting, and you've also been lecturing a seminar,
yes.
Or at least conducting a seminar. Mm-hmm. Now, when will you leave Southern?
Well, I'll be leaving here about the middle of this month, at the end of this quarter, which will be about the 18th, December 18th to 19th, something like that.
Where do you go from there?
And go back to New York, and we'll probably begin a picture there, the Howard Fast movie called The Hill.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to postpone it a little bit, but I understand they're doing some work on the last part of it.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've been quite active, what with being founder of the American Negro Theater and various other organizations. You've been quite active in trying to forward the lot of the American Negro actor, have you not?
Well, yes, I suppose you could say that. There are a number of us have it, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of things to be done as yet, and I think perhaps the next 5 to 10 years, we'll see a wonderful stride forward as far as the Negro actor is concerned.
Have there not been great strides made thus far?
To some extent, I wouldn't say a great deal, but to some extent they have been.
What would you say is the position of the Negro actor in America right now? Is it a comfortable position?
Well, not exactly. You see, we take the position that as far as the Negro actor is concerned, he is the only particular group in this country whose roles are circumscribed by race. This is unfair. The Irish actor can play a Jewish part and vice versa. He can play the part of a Japanese man, a woman, but then we can only play the part when it is so designated, it is racially designated by the author or determined by the director. And this, I think, is somewhat unfair.
Now, is there not a movement going now to change that somewhat?
Yes, there is. And that's why I say that I think that there will be a change in the next, 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Now, there is the Actors Equity Association. Are you an officer in that, or really
yes,
a member?
I'm first vice president.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes up a great deal of time, too. I estimate sometimes it takes about 18 hours a week when I'm in New York.
Well, what is the job of the Actors Equity Association?
Well, there is a council of about 75 persons, and that council meets, that is, that portion of it that's in New York, meets every week on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. They sometimes last until 7 o'clock in the evening. In addition to that, there are about 21 committees, 11 of which I'm on, and 4 of which I chair. So you can see that that particular association requires a great deal of my time.
Have they not come forth with a ruling, something like, I can't name the date, having to do with...
You probably have reference to the ruling as regards segregation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have now in all of our contracts, the last one went into effect June 1st of this year, in all of the production contracts, that is the Class A productions, that the actors are not required to play in any place where there is segregation, either before the footlights or behind them.
I see.
And that is also in the contract with the industrial show producers and with the summer theaters and the World's Fair contracts, and all forms of contracts now carry that clause.
I see.
So that it's following through with the action that we took in Washington around 1945, I guess, it was around that time, when at that time this city was perhaps the most segregated city in the United States.
Washington.
And this is the capital of the nation, you see. And so the membership itself, not just the Negro members, but all the members felt that this is just something that's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And so we asked for a change there in the policy, and he was a little bit reluctant to do so, and so we just simply said, well, we won't play this theater anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he closed it rather than change the policy. Well, 5 years later, it was bought by other interests, and they did a remodeling job and reopened as on an open policy. So that that was before any other desegregating efforts were made. This was, I think, the beginning of the desegregation of Washington.
Now, without actually getting off into a discussion of segregation issues, which, of course, everyone in the United States is talking about it at the time, and even though it appears to be a touchy subject, how do you feel about the segregation movement as it's going now? Do you feel that the Supreme Court is pushing the United States?
I don't think it's the Supreme. I think it's the Supreme Court's decision as far as the schools are concerned was, of course, the breaking the log jam, so to speak. But this decision, I feel, was the logical one. I feel that the first one was in error. Because the first one did not recognize the law as it was written at the time. I think that you have men now there who have to have a better understanding of this sort of thing. I think it's going along very nicely. As a matter of fact, I believe that in years to come, we will really understand just what a debt of gratitude we owe to such people as, let's say, Martin Luther King, the Southern Students Nonviolent Committee, and other such groups that are working to make this change without violence. Because we could have had violence, and it could have been very, very disastrous. And if you want to know how close we came to it, and are still to it, you just look at the various black nationalist movements throughout the country. And you can see how close we came to violence. And of course it can be put down naturally, but you never actually put it down until this situation is corrected, so that you quiet it for the moment. And then it's going to come up again. It's not going to go away. It's here, and we've got to settle it. That's the only way we can dispose of it.
How long have you been in the acting profession?
About about 35 years.
Oh boy, that's more years than I've even been on this life.
Yeah.
Do you by any chance remember your first professional acting job?
No, I can't very well remember. It's been too long ago.
Have you always wanted to be an actor?
Yes, I have. I always wanted to be from a very early age. I would say about 13 or 14. First, I had decided that I wanted to go into medicine. And my father said that he would help me, of course. And he said something to me that has always been with me all through life. He said, I'll help you do anything you want to do. The only thing that I ask of you is that you make the best in that particular field that you can possibly make of yourself. And then he said something that I've never forgotten. And he said, you just remember this. If you are not successful, it's not because you are a Negro. It's because you were no good in the first place. Now, when he said that, I of course understood that he knew I had sense enough to know that there would be barriers. This was in Mississippi, of course, so he must have known that. And, but he was saying to me, in effect, look, throw away the crutch, because it's an excellent crutch. And if it's there, you'll use it at times when you shouldn't, really. There are other crutches, too. Now, this is only the one. There are crutches that we all use at some time or another. I'm sure that students many times have said, well, that teacher just doesn't like me. That's why she didn't give me good marks. When in actually, it's his own fault. He simply didn't work.
I was a student once. I know what you're talking about.
And it's an excellent crutch to use if you have it. And there are many, many others for that matter. But we're a little bit reluctant to take the responsibility ourselves. Put the responsibility where it belongs, and that is with us.
I think your father was a very wise man, and I think those words that he said could be given to any young person starting out on his professional field or his chosen career, regardless of his race or creed.
Oh, yes, because, as I say, race is only one crutch. There are any number of others that are used from time to time. There's the crutch where he says, well, he doesn't like me because I'm poor. Or they don't like me because I happen to be, some girls like me because I happen to be better looking than they are. Any number of crutches, when actually it's their own shortcoming. And they're not being honest with themselves.
The important thing, is it Shakespeare who said, to thine own self be true?
There isn't a better one-sentence line, or more than one for that matter, in English literature than that one line. Because I think that once you obey that advice, to thine own self be true, everything else falls in place.
That's true. But that's where the rub begins, is it not? Because in that one sentence is a very, very difficult task.
I think so. It's, perhaps, I don't know what it is. It's, I just wish there was some way that we might, in the schools, for instance, be able to give the student some kind of inner security. I think that we're insecure. And we're insecure personally, we are insecure socially, and many other ways. It's this lack of inner security, which means, of course, that it follows that there is a lack of dignity and so forth.
Well, we could go on talking forever, and I could go on talking to a very interesting man, but our time has run out. And we want to thank Mr. Fred O'Neal for taking time out from his very busy schedule. I wish him the best of luck in his future, and hope you enjoyed the program.